Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniatures. It's time once more for us to take a look at one of the last remaining Warhammer Underworlds warbands that I have not yet gotten around to painting. And it's probably the warband that I've owned the longest because I got it for my birthday from my brother last year, and my birthday is like just around the corner. So yeah, it's time for Thundrik's Profiteers. Now I really dig the style of the new, oh gosh, what do they call them? The Kharadron Overlords, or the Arkanauts, or whatever you want to call them. And painted up just about every single character, painted a couple ships, but the rules I was not ever really impressed with. So I was super excited to see that they were going to be having their own warband. And let us take a closer look at what we get. So you have one of the engine riggers, I believe they were called. I don't even remember. The floaty dude with the balloon. There we go. Your regular shooty guys. Your Ethermancer or something. I don't remember what they're called. They're one of the character classes. The chemist dudes. And then it looks like a shooty guy as well. God, I can't remember the names of the classes. Shame on me. Alright, what's inside? This is what's inside. So, much like all the other Warhammer Underworlds box sets, and I have yet to see them deviate from this in any way, you have two complete sprues, or half sprues technically. And you have all your models included. You have two on, I want to say these are 32mm bases, and then the traditional 25s, I think. That sounds right. Oh, it does sound right, because that's a 25mm base in my hand. Ooh, yeah. So, yeah, we have, what, 5 guys? Not a bad little mix of parts. Doesn't look too complex, and having built enough of the Arkanauts and the Overlord guys, I'm not too worried about this. So, taking a look real quick. I don't remember what those guys are called. I do like the fact that he has an actual bit of something to stand on his base rather than the flight stands, which broke for every single flying model I owned for the Kharadron Overlords. You also get your 2 decks worth of stuff. Doesn't say anything about what type of troop they are. I'm not sure, but I'm curious. Anyway, give me a sec. Let's get these guys put together and we'll show you how they look. Alright, so we've got our Kharadron Overlord crew all put together here. And I do really like the fact that you've got a lot of really different looks going on here. Everybody, and you can't see him right now, the engine rigger, but Skywarden? I think it's an engine rigger. I don't remember the terminology. Everybody looks significantly different. They all have a really unique look, and I think that's going to really help. Again, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before. If I didn't, I'm saying it now. The fact that you've got an Aether Khemist right here, this is one of the character models that was purchasable alone by himself for like a $30 blister pack, and I went and looked for mine, because I know I have a painted one, and I couldn't find him. I found every other character, basically, but him. Obviously, so I don't remember the specific names at the moment. They escape me. But you can see here, I think, look-wise, obviously, they're going to fit in really, really nicely. If you want to have like a custom crew or something, I absolutely want to use these guys in a skirmish game. My first thought is have some kind of resource management adventure quest type thing with these. Rolling a lot of dice on random tables, but, you know, we'll see how that goes. Whoops. And then with an actual floaty guy. I hate these bases. These things suck. They always break. So already the sheer fact that he doesn't have that, he's actually anchored to the anchor quite well. Is a nice little touch here. This is one of the few kits of the Warhammer Underworlds models that I would actually really recommend that you use some glue. Where they have their connecting wire parts, especially, you can see here, they're not actually touching each other. This isn't actually connected very well yet. I didn't glue anything. This guy's gun and wires do not want to stay on there either. I don't want to push them on too hard and not be able to remove them and move them around while I paint things. So just something to keep in mind. If you are going to paint them, I would put them together quite loosely just to get a good idea of where everything's going to fit first, and then go ahead and blast them with the paint. But overall, they look like a fun group. I have not had a chance to try out their rules yet. We're still so behind schedule in actually using half the warbands that we've got, and I've painted just about almost all of them, come to think of it, with very few exceptions at this point, and I think it's more just a matter of time before we get to them all. So I like the fact that we're seeing GW continue to expand, but I think for this group, other than this guy, the fact that you're getting a named character model that you can actually use completely independent. These guys are all parts of other squads that, you know, you'd need the full unit for, but this guy right here by himself is already a nice prime unit. Even had rules in Warhammer Quest in one issue of White Dwarf, I remember, because we tried using them. It was fun and gas everything in sight. But we're getting off task here. So I think of the warbands so far, to me, they look visually quite interesting and neat, but if you already have a Kharadron Overlord army of some sort, I don't know if they're the best bet. They're not as distinct as like Molog's Mob or like the guys from Beastgrave, the crazy elf, fairy, fawn things. And to me, that's really what I would like to see more of with Underworlds, or, you know, stuff like the Wolf Riders. To me, that's really where it's been shining and where we see really unique and interesting things show up. Not to knock any of these sculpts, they're all killer, they look great, it's just we already have versions of these in the main game proper. So, but I guess if you wanted to have multiple Aether Chemists, this is a great option. And it does look nice. I'm not trying to knock the sculpts at all. I really am looking forward to them. I really liked the concept of the Overlords, and then when I tried to play with them, they just fell flat on their face. But obviously that was when the book first came out. Maybe they've gotten better since then. I don't know. Hopefully they'll perform better, at least in Warhammer Underworlds. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching. We'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.